Hey Shutterbugs, have you ever thought of why some photographs look exceptionally good? Do you want to create magic with your camera? Today I'm going to talk about 3 most important rules of composition that will add a creative dimension to your photos. When we talk of composition, it is how the elements of a photograph are arranged and how an artist tells a story in a single frame. Composition is basically everything when it comes to a photograph. Overall, it makes the photograph more creative and interesting in nature. The first rule I'm going to talk about is the rule of thirds. And this rule is an integral part of any creative art, be it painting or photography. There are certain segments that the human eye perceives with great interest in an image. To achieve this, it is important to understand the subject of your photograph and enhance in the best possible way. The rule of third is just a simple way of doing so. So just simply divide your screen in 2 horizontal lines and 2 vertical lines. And this way your picture should be equally divided into 9 equal parts. The points at which the lines intersect are the best places for your subject. This creates a great balance of composition and add dimension to your photos, as you can see in these photographs. The second rule I'm going to talk about is about the concept of leading lines in a photograph. It's simply a composition on the line concept. The viewer's eyes are naturally drawn to the vertical lines, parallel lines, diagonal lines and the horizontal lines. For example, in the railway lines, buildings, streets. There are multiple types of lines. It can be straight, it can be diagonal, it can be curvy, zigzag, radial, or it can be used to enhance a photograph's composition. The classic Last Supper by Da Vinci in 1498 is one of the best examples of the application of the leading lines, and you can definitely give it a try. And finally, the third figure ground rule that refers to the relationship between the main subject and everything else in the frame. Traditionally, the goal of the photographer is to put the subject in such a way where it can be distinguished from the background. For example, the words on a printed paper that are seen as a figure and the white paper as the background. To put simply, a dark subject that goes with a light background and the light subject creates a contrast with a dark background, thus creating a sharp contrast in a photograph. Everybody has a camera these days. It can be your cell phone camera, but what is more important is certain rules of composition that will dramatically change your photographs. You can apply these rules and find the difference.